Hello and welcome back to the finish line and another weekend. I forgot my pen. And another weekend preview. Dave is still not here. Dave's poor dog died on Monday, so poor chap is heartbroken. He'll be back Sunday though. Sorry, no, I just turned off the notifications. Yeah, he'll be back Sunday. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how are we, Tom? You have news that you're going to share with everyone in a few minutes. But besides that, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, busy. Work's busy. Life's busy.
Busy.
Yeah, it's busy, isn't it? Cheltenham to look forward to the weekend, though. Looking forward to that. And yeah, Christmas next week. Hard to believe that, really.
It's not next week, is it?
Well, it's Monday, but you know what I mean. It's basically next week. You finish work next Friday.
Do you know what I need? What I need out of you now the next few days, one of these magic French 33-1 winners, because this has Cheltenham. Christmas has me broke.
Yeah. I should do one of those myself.
How are you?
Fantastic. Finished my college exam today, so that's done and out until the new year. So buzzing. Cheltenham on this weekend. It couldn't be better.
Stress-free?
Yes, well, for 2 weeks at least.
Right, we are here to do our Cheltenham December preview. We don't have an anti-post show this week. We're going to have one next week along with our annual Christmas quiz, which will be Christmas Eve. But before that, Tom, we tease that you have some new Pimika news. So the floor is yours. See, it's so good, he just doesn't want to tell anyone.
Chewing a sweets that was way bigger than I thought when I put it in my mouth for the show, and I just had to mute myself now. Look, this is you guys give out to me sometimes for like underselling. I'm very happy to let the horses, when we buy them, sell themselves. We tend to buy a nice profile horse, a horse that can really, give everyone an opportunity of getting in the winner's enclosure first and foremost. But we've outdone ourselves this time. We have bought the most money we've ever spent by nearly double. We've really, really gone for it. It's a new trainer to the Pimika books. Someone who you will be very, very familiar with. It's a horse who was second in a bumper in Ireland on its first start recently. We are super, super excited. So this, like, I know we say it, but this could literally be the one. This is I'd say this horse is pretty good. So we're going to release it to our members first and our mailing list in the next couple of days, and then we'll get it out. We'll get it out to the public. Or maybe over the weekend or early next week. So keep an eye on our social media. If you want to join our mailing list, have a look at the website, pimikaracing.co.uk. You can sign up there. But yeah, very, very nice horse. And I should say as well, we've bought it with a group of lads who are the best crack. They are very, very well known. You're all going to know their names as soon as we release this horse and you see who we've bought it with. We met them in Auteuil in May. We had a great dinner, boozy dinner, and really good fun. We said we'd buy a horse together. It's taken us 9 months, I think, to find the right one or something like that. So it's taken us a long time to find the right horse. We've waited for the right one, but we found it now. Very, very confident of this lad. So looking forward to it.
So what I read between the lines there is 2025 Supreme Novice winner. That's what I heard.
Look,
that's what I heard. And I'm sticking to it.
Let's not go too far overboard, but this is definitely the nicest horse we've bought so far.
All right, County Hurdle, grand. County Hurdle.
Any Cheltenham winners, we'll take any Cheltenham race.
And the owners that Tom are in, their horse has a tendency to be a bit mental, but very talented.
Very talented and likes winning at Cheltenham. That's all we'll say for that.
Right. Speaking of Cheltenham, 2 days of the December meeting to go through. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 races. And we're going to start on Friday, 12:40. The Cheltenham South and West Racing Club Novice over 2 miles, 4.5 furlongs. Grey Dawning is installed at 92 favourite. Trollane at 3-1. Cribilly at 4. Ginny's Destiny 11-2. Tritonic 7s and 40-1 bigger. Tom, Apple Away won today. Gave Grey Dawning's form another little boost. To me, I didn't see the prices until they came on now. I expect this thing to be even money, if not odds on. I'm getting a bit jiggy seeing 2-1 right now at Grey Dawning.
Yeah. I'm trying not to get over carried away by that Haydock win. Like I wanna look at the form realistically. Like Apple Away, there's no chance that she's completely turned that form around, because if she did, Grey Dawning's about a 180 horse. So I don't want to take it
too over exaggeration.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it too literally. And Galliard de Menil is slow, and that was 2 mile 5, and Harry stole that race from the front. So I'm actually going to look past Grey Dawning. Yeah, I'm going to go for Cribilly. I was at Cheltenham the day that he fell, and he was going to bolt up. I think it's very, very fair to say. I know that was only off 134 in a limited novice handicap, but coming here, I just think he's in a similar enough race again. He went up a few pounds for that. If he'd have won that, I think he'd have been pushing for favourite here. The fact that he fell maybe is going a bit under the radar, but he was going to bolt up. So 4-1, be one of my better bets for the weekend, actually.
Sean, what about you?
Yeah, I'm like you. I was quite surprised to see the price about Grey Dawning. Now he has to give away a penalty, but look, what he's done has been good. Like he ran the first day against Stay Away Faye, and the Change of Man. Like Change of Man was running well when he came down a Sandown. The Stay Away Faye won. He then came on a bundle as Skelton's horses have for the second run and bolted up the last day. Okay, I understand the distance Thomas touched on maybe slightly exaggerated with Apples Away, probably not running right up the form, and out there Menil taking a run. But this lad loves fences. He's very aggressive, maybe sometimes a little bit too much. That being my only worry going around here. He can fling himself at one. He did it at Haydock and got away with it. I'd like to see that cleaned up a little bit. But I think Skelton holds this lad in high regard, and he's always said he's one of his better ones. So I think if he is to be going anywhere near a Cheltenham, he has to be putting this field away. I did see Credibility as Tom put up. I just wonder, is he going to be quite up the grade of company the way Grey Dawning might be? So I think he'd be able to carry the weight and give away to these and win.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I've always said I really like this Grey Dawning, and ever since his win at Kempton last year when he beat Borali, who's since actually come out and won a few weeks ago over fences, beating a long odds on shot. But it's the form even of this season. It's the way he went about it. I put him up to beat Stay Away Faye at Exeter, but it was Skelton's form that was kind of putting me off as well. But Stay Away Faye has gone on and won at Sandown last week. Seeing Apple Away is after winning today. I think he's a horse that is going to be very, very progressive over fences. He only had to have 9 runs so far, and he always looked like he was going to be a big chaser. I think he'll have no problem giving the weight away, and I think he's going to be much better than these. He's beat Genie's Destiny already over hurdles, and he's going to hold that form. I get where Thomas Comer with Cribilly. I was on him that day as well, and I do agree. I think he was going to bolt up, but I think Grey Dawn, and I think we're only after seeing this is the start of the rise where he's going to go. And I think he'll win. I think he'll win handsomely. I have him as a player in some of the great novice chases throughout this season, and I think he'll take a lot of beating here. I'm quite excited to see him. A great out in front jumping is just. Dave would be horny right now talking about him, let's say. Well, anyhow, we are moving on. We are going to the 115. It is a 2 mile, 1 furlong handicap hurdle. There's a lot of handicaps this weekend, but they're actually quite good. Doddy the Great is in here at 7-2 favourite. Willie the Builder is at 11-2. Go Dante 7-1, and Bigger the Rest. Sean, take it away with this one.
Yeah, I love this Dottie the Grey, and unfortunately, we haven't got to see much of him. He's a 7-year-old, and we've seen him. I think it was a total of 5 times. He's obviously been injury prone, but every single time we've seen him, he's won. So he hasn't been disappointed when he has hit the track. But off a mark of 131 in there, I think this lad is really, really unexposed. He hasn't. I think he's lost his novice status, so he can't go down the novice route. So he's in a bit of a tricky one where he has to go into handicaps now. And like you watch him the last day, he ran against the good, well thought of horse in the Waterside by Nichols, and he still looked a bit raw, even though he's had 5 runs. His ears were pricked. He was going a bit left. That was the only worry around Ascot, but he is going left-handed here at Cheltenham, so that should suit. I think there's so much from this lad to give. He was dicking about in front, and then when Nico pulled the whip, he dug in and put the field away. I think he had plenty more to give. I wouldn't be surprised if this lad ended up in the mid-140s at all, and I think he could be choked in off this mark. So I think Dottie the Grey is a good bet now.
Tom?
Yeah, I'd be cheering on Dottie the Great here as well. I think, as far as I know, they're donating money to the Dottie Work charity cause, so it's a fantastic thing to get behind. So look, I'll be cheering him on. As Sean says, like he's completely unexposed. You've no idea how good he is, basically. So look, he's a very worthy favourite. He's 7-2. The one I would be backing here is Donica each way. He ran a very, very good race to finish second at the November meeting behind Imposed Trois, who I would say is chucked in. I think he'll go on improving, that lad. He got put up £10 for that win. Donica ran a good race then. The Nigel Holt team are in very, very good form. 3 out of 11 the last 14 days, 27% strike rate. And they had another second as well. And yeah, he's a good each way bet, I feel, at 10-1. I'd get stuck into
that. Yeah, I'm the same as you, Tom. Donegal, I backed him each way in the race. He finished second to Impotois. I wished on the forecast, but I didn't. But yeah, look, Dottie the Great, I really liked his performance. I remember talking to the lads about this after he won at Ascot, but the worry you have with him, you're after seeing him 4 times. You have to have him breaks of 133 days, 230, 746. Here comes the betted bounce factor. Will it happen to him? Won't it happen to him? You're him and Haw on a 7-2. I'd leave him run. He could be, as Sean said, he could be a high 130s, low 140s horse in time, but I'd leave him go at 7-2 there. Donica, he ran a really nice race at Cheltenham last time out, and he won at Chepstow the time before. He's a horse that we've only seen 6 times, so there's a lot of progression left to him. He's had to have 4 runs over hurdles, a win, a second, and third. So I think there's a lot of progression in him. 10-1 each way is a decent bet in my opinion, but there's a lot of unexplored. Like Willie the Builder, he was fourth in a decent enough race. The Panjari, Paul Nichols horse, he ran the other day at, save me now, at Thornton, where he bolted up. He's a big raw horse. He's gonna be better with time. He could be a springer in the markers. He's one to keep an eye on as well. But I'm with Tom here in Donica for the each way. Now to the best race of the weekend. Cannot get enough of these. Make it a greater race. Who gives a shit? Send every former Gold Cup, Ryanair, Grand National horse in here. Just throw them all in. Who cares? The Cross Country Chase. Conflated's not declared. I'm heartbroken. I was hoping that was going to be a nice anti-post there.
Yeah, I think it was a nice little teaser just to let you know that the probability of...
We're not going to run, yes. We might just pop at Cheltenham. Look, these races are getting better and better. Look, people hate you. Either hate them or you love them. It's plain and simple. But look, we've late night passing here at 7-2. Galvin is back. He's in at 5-1. Gaskiel winner over the national fences last time. It was in here 5-1. Former Gold Cup winner Minella Indo is in here off 12 stone. The Darrow Vallas, Enjoy Allen, Envil being here soon. Frankie de Burles, Fury Road, Vital Loyal, Diesel Dahlia, and so on. Sean, come on. Spell it out.
Look, I'm not going to put a dampener on you. But I've no selection now. I think the price is like the late night pass. The late night pass is well found. He's in there at 7-2. It's key to remember that this is still a handicap. So they give away bags away, unlike the Cheltenham Festival when they run off levels. So you're looking at one like Galvin and Minella Indo are going to have to give away heaps away here. I wouldn't be too disappointed if they are beaten, but I expect Galvin to come on for his first run. And we'll sell the throw up a fruitcake like Foxy Jack the last time, but sadly he's not in here, so I'll let them run.
Tom, disappointed, Sean, by the way.
Yeah, it's tough. This really, isn't it? Because of the handicap. I got stuck in the late night pass the last time. Thought he was going to win. Thought there was definitely get past Foxy Jacks at some stage, or Foxy Jacks had probably trying to run into the stand or something. But it didn't happen. I don't know what's going on.
You're still there.
The sound is awful. Is that
Yeah,
better?
there we go.
Yeah, there you go. So unfortunately, Foxy Jacks, he didn't decide to go out on another circuit or something like that for himself.
I was disappointed, to be honest.
Well. What's that?
I was disappointed he didn't do something mad, like nose dive in the fuse wedges or something.
Yeah. He's a bit of a head case, but I think Late Night Pass is probably a worthy favourite here. They were a long way clear. Look, he was only kind of getting used to the fences as well, first spin around them. So I'd take Late Night Pass, but to be honest, I wouldn't have a bet in it. Like, you just don't know. Like, if Minella Indo takes to the fences, like, he's a previous Gold Cup winner. And no disrespect to any of the others in there, but like, I don't really care how much weight he has to give them. You know, if he takes to this, he could bolt up, but it just depends if he's getting a look at the fences as well. So very, very tricky race when these are handicapped. So yeah, I'll sit out betting wise, I think.
Yeah, like Late Night Pass. Look, he has a great chance on his last run, and he's getting weight again. Galvin, even for his first run out, he had a good record first time out last time, and it was a very disappointing run. He was beating miles out. Guess he'll go. I don't think he'll have any problem taking to this. Minella Indo, as you said there, Tom, if he takes to this, he could win this by a country mile, even with 12 stone on his back. Like, it was only back last month he was finished for fourth in a Grade 1, still not beaten far. If this perks him up even more, he could bolt up with this. But the one at a big price, who's an absolute cross-country specialist, but hasn't run at Cheltenham ever, is Vital Island. He loves Punchestown. He's an absolute dab hand around Punchestown. He's run around there 16 times. He's a good few wins. He was last seen finished second to Birchdale, giving him weight. Birchdale is a decent horse in his own right. Tom had a write-off on him at the Dublin Racing Festival 2 years ago. But he's a horse who's only carrying 10 stone 2. He won't have any problem going around here. He's getting a lot of weight off everyone. You know he's going to get around, got a good run for money, and he'll have no problem staying the trip. 3 mile 5. He won the Latouche, which is over 4 mile 1 or something like that around Punchestown. So he's going to have no problem whatsoever. He's 11-year-old, but he doesn't look like 11-year-old when he's running. He loves life. He loves racing. He loves these tracks. 14-1. I think this is a great each way bet for the weekend. Because you're looking at the likes of Few-Year-Old, Frankie de Burley, Enjoy Dallin, Dodara Valles. They're all lacking experience in these. I think he'll run a massive race, and he's getting £7 off his back as well. So he's going to be in the 9 stone area. I think he's going to run a massive race of 14-1. He's one of my good bets for the weekend of 14-1. Is that there? Right, we are done with Friday. We are going to move on to Saturday, and that's Fairy House, Andrew. The 12:40, another limited handicap chase, and don't have prices up yet, but the main players here are going to be Mustafa. We've all been caught. Arctic Brave, Pimlico Point, buy him, Tom, and so on. I'm surprised I don't have a horse called Pimlico or something.
Yeah, any of the unraced ones, we kind of let the owner's name. So nobody has come up with I don't think Pimlico is as special to anybody else as it is us. But
have you bought a mare yet? Store mare?
I do, but the problem is our next 2 stores are one is from Germany, Amina, who we're down to like 10% in, I think now. And the other one is also called North Moon from France. So they're already named. So, we've only been able to name one of them so far. So,
get the checkbook out, go to the HRI, and whatever you have to do, change it to Pimlico Princess right now.
it's very bad luck to change their names. Very, very bad luck. We're gonna have a Pimlico Princess Greyhound, I think, at some stage. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. I haven't enough money to be going buying horses myself, so I'm gonna buy a Greyhound and call it Pimlico Princess.
We had this conversation before, but does she know about it yet?
Pimlico Princess or the dog?
The Pimlico Princess.
Oh, she knows all about the name, and she hates you and Dave for it. Like she blames you the whole time for it. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, but no, she doesn't. She's not in favour of the Pimlico Princess dog either. So I don't know what we're gonna do with it, Andrew. I don't know what we're gonna do, but someday we'll get there.
The 1240.
In terms of this one, I actually give Pimlico Point a chance here. Kerry Lee's team are in good form. He's very, very lightly raced. Second run after a wind up. He ran a cracker at Exeter after 316 days off. And yeah, I thought he could run well. I thought this was quite difficult. It's probably the most difficult race we did. You can make a case for We've All Been Caught. He's some good novice form around the course. And Mr. Coffee, just couldn't bet on him to win a race ever, could you? So yeah, I'm sure he's going to come there absolutely swinging and be bang there. But yeah, I'd take a swing on Pimlico Point for Kerry Lee. But yeah, difficult race.
Sean?
Yeah, I was sort of the same as Tom. It's a quite a tricky race, and the Pimlico Point and Mufasa. I just thought it was interesting. Mufasa's form is being boosted big time by Broadway Boy. Now, We've All Been Caught also ran up against him, but he was 20 lengths back. Mufasa, I think, was 9 or 10 on the day in his fourth run, and he came out and improved the next time out. But it's quite a tricky race, so I wouldn't be getting stuck into anything around this now.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same as you, Sean. I have it down to We've All Been Caught and Mufasa. It'll probably be price dependent. We've All Been Caught. If he's ever going to win a race, it has to be this. Like, he's back in handicaps 11 stone too. His run behind Florian Porter should be good enough to have him bang there here. He got battered by Broadway Boy the last time. But it ties in well. I just think Broadway Boy around Cheltenham was just in a different league to anything that day. But yeah, the price dependent. We've All Been Caught on Mufasa as well. Right, the 1240 is gone. We're going on to the 115 on Saturday, which is the December Gold Cup. Thunder Rock, who's the talking horse of this race for the last 2 weeks, is installed at 72. Sean Bowen for Ollie Murphy. Monmoral, Jesus Christ, 6-1. So Scottish, Sean's best friend trains us. El Rodoso, 7-1. Fugitive is at 8. Fakia Dudari, 9-1. And 10-1. Bigger. Sean, the next word comes out to your mouth. So Scottish, and Emmett Mullins is a great trainer. You might never come back.
Not quite. I'm not going to go over Emmett this time. It's a big surprise. Look, So Scottish ran a good race in the plate last year. I just don't know if he got home strong enough. I looked at the race and I couldn't find much excuses. Like, if you had a look, done everything right and just didn't find much. But I'm a bit jiggy on one here now, and he's around 10 or 12 to 1. I backed him each way. Fugitive. He's a very consistent horse. He runs his races in these sort of handicaps, and you're guaranteed a run. I don't think he's going to disappoint. His 2 best performances came over course and distance last year when he ran in the 2 Paddy Power races. He was beaten by Il Redoto in second, and then he was second in the plate to 7. I thought he were 2 crackers. He made a seasonal debut where they put on cheek pieces, and I think they really lit him up. He was really sharp. He was sitting up there alongside Stage Star for 90% of the race until they came to the home bend, and I think he took a big, massive blow on his first run. So I'd imagine the cheek pieces will probably be taken back off here now because they look to work a bit too good. Come on for the run. I think he can run a cracker. As I said, he's come back here. The rain that's fallen is only going to help him, and I think he can run a big, big race.
Tom?
I take him on anyway. I just think,
yes.
I just think he struggles sometimes to win a race. He ran really creditably. Last season at Cheltenham. Finished second, as Sean said, twice. That was off 1.43 and 1.49. He's now off 1.51. I just feel he missed his opportunity on one of those goes, which is unfortunate for him. Richard Hobson's 0 out of 42 at the track. He's looking for his first winner there. I hope Dave's not sat at home watching this, because he's gonna be throwing stuff at the screen. Because I'm gonna stick up Monmoral.
Fuck's sake.
I'm gonna stick up Monmoral. Look, you look at his form last year, and like, we were looking at him as a Grade 1 horse, or at least I was. Anyway.
No. You were looking at him as a Grade 1 horse.
Yeah, and you look at his form; it's not bad, lads. Like, his form last year, second behind John Bond, second behind the Real Whacker. Then got well beat at Sandown by Jerry Colomb. That wouldn't be his gig on around there, I wouldn't say. And then we got to the end of the season, and he's been thrown into a 3-mile Aintree hurdle, which just screamed kind of, last minute, I don't know what to do at the end of the season. If you look at his form, novice chasing last season, he would definitely have a chance in this off 145. It would be the easiest race he's contested. I get the impression that he's not the easiest to train. He looks very, very impressive as a juvenile. They kind of held on to him then for a season to go and keep hold of him to go chasing, because they didn't want to go chasing so early. They've gone chasing. He's run into John Bond, the Real Whacker, and then not run his race against Jerry Colomb. Probably had a little issue by the looks of it, 70-day break, and he's run at Aintree. So you knock out the last 2 runs, which I think you can, in fairness. I think he's got very good form. So, yeah, I'm going to take a chance on him.
Can't believe what I've heard.
Yeah. Giving out a bit of fugitive, and you put up that fucker.
Look, he's got better form.
He got wall of 27 lengths off Jerry. He got wall of 41 lengths off Slow the Burley.
Can't judge him off that form. Judge him off the 2 runs before. John Bond and the Real Whacker. It's got a good chance. Goes well fresh. Job's good.
Yeah, Thunder Rock for me, who was 21 lengths in front of Monmoral and only has to give him a pound here. He was a very good winner last time. A very good winner last time up. Malamission was in behind. Malamission went on to be second in the Hennessy. Then look, he's letting the quarter behind. That's all right. Gino was after going on and winning Aintree. Beat by the Real Whacker twice. Then the race Tom was on about Silly Eyes at Sandown. He's 5.5 lengths behind Jerry Colomb here. I think he's well in at the weights. Look, the price is not great, 7-2 in a race like this, but I think there's a hell of a lot of improvement to come from Sean Bowen. I just love Sean Bowen over fence. He's an unbelievable jockey over fence. The rest of them, look, we take the piss out of Tom. If Monmoral comes back and shows anything like he kind of teased that he would do, he'd still be like 6th. So Scottish, I'm really gone off him on Mullins because you just can't trust it. I think
the big thing here, right, is if it is going to be a right gamble, I think Fakir Dudari's be running, because if he goes in here, the weights come down massively, and he goes in off 10 stone 7. So I think if Fakir Dudari's is declared, I think that'll say a lot about this old Scottish money going on. So
another scam from Emmett Mullins then, yeah?
Probably.
Yeah, solid. I really like Thunder Rock here. I think he's well going to be ahead of his mark at 146. Sean Bowen's on him again. I think he's really, really good. El Radojo, he ran a decent race in the Paddy Power, but the big negative he has is that Briley's on his back. So God bless him. He's not a front runner. He has no chance. Fugitive, he's in the grasp of the handicapper. I just can't have him. He might play it, fair play to him, but he's way too high in the weights now at this stage. Fakir Dudari, Sean said if he comes in the way stay the way they are. Easy at that. Phoenicia Williams horse, he could be interesting with the rain gets into the ground, but I think we're going to have a dry enough weekend after today. But yeah, Thunder Rock, I think he's going to be hard to beat here. Course form and all that jazz works for that. And yeah, did I skip a race, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Back to 115. I'm thinking I did. Not a handicap chase or 2.5 furlong. Calco for Dan Skelton's in there at 7-2. InXL Joe is 2-1. Auckland Risk is 6s. Fun and Ball Savola 7s and 9-1. Bigger. Tom, take it this one.
Yeah, I'm quite keen on Calico here. I thought he ran very, very well the last day behind Triple Trade. I was mad keen. Triple Trade was my bet of the week that week. He won very well. That race was his for the losing in my book anyway. But Calico really put it up to him. You look at Calico's form then. He's only ran twice at Cheltenham. He finished second at the October meeting in a very competitive handicap hurdle, and then he finished second, beating 3/4 of a length here. So clearly acts around the form, around the course. His form, he definitely improved for a fence. I remember at Warwick last year, he ran John Bond close. Now, I wouldn't say John Bond was fully wound up that day at all, but he still proved that he was well able to put it up to him to some extent. So, yeah, I'm keen on him. I think he should get his Cheltenham win. A lot of Dan Skeltons were coming on for the run. That was his first run of the season. He's off £4 higher, but I think that's a workable mark for him. So, yeah, keen on him.
Sean?
Yeah, I roll right in behind Tom here. I think they found a perfect opportunity. This is a 2-horse race in my book. The two of them up the top of the market, and I think he's gonna take a lot beating. If Harry Skelton didn't see the 5 furlong pole as the finish line the last day and didn't kick him so far out, I think he probably would have won, to be quite honest with you. He was kicked on at 3 out and it was a bit ridiculous, and he got picked up late by Triple Trade, as Tom touched on, and he showed good form at the back end of last year, in the second half of last season, as he said, running John Bond close and winning the Doncaster handicap. He's put up in the weights here, but I think Calico is going to have his day in the sun. We've seen so many Dan Skelton's improve from first to second run, and he ran a good race, so any improvement, I think, and he'll take all the beating.
Yeah, full house for Calico. Great both lads there. Yeah, Harry done it. Harry, he went like 6 furlongs too early at Cheltenham. Triple Trade got him. That form's had been boosted already. He was third in a very good race at Ascot. Since he's, as Tom said, his form behind John Bond is there for all to see. He was running a good race behind him at Aintree as well. 5.5 lengths behind him there at Warwick. I know it's only 2 horse race, but still, he gave him a good race. One after that, and one the time before that. As we said earlier in the throughout the season, that Dan Skelton's horse were coming on for the run, and I think the first run there was that blown away a lot of cobwebs. And look, I think 1-4-3 is very, very workable in a field like this, and I think 7-4 will become 6-4 fight for near enough even money by the time the off comes. So I think that's a statement dance one, lads. Right, 2:25, second last race we're going to cover as the favourite from the Sun now. Daily handicap chase over 3 miles. 2 furlongs. We have Broadway Boy, who blissed the field at Cheltenham last time out. Inch House is 7-1. City Chief is 8th. Milana Girl, Gavin Cromwell, so it was a big gamble the last day, and Julia Blige is in the 8th. 300 through 5 is 10s. The Rash, Protector Rash, is in here at 11s. Looks like he's going to run. He's carrying 12 stone for the Skeltons, and 12-1 bigger the rest. Sean, take it away.
This is a statement dance for me now, and I was getting quite jiggy about this. I'm gonna get well stuck into Broadway Boy, and he's even at an each way price of 6-1. He's even at an each way price of 6-1. I think it's a clever move from Twiston Davis. He might get found out at the top level at Grade 1, and he's accepted that and came into handicaps here. And he has an absolutely lovely weight at 10 stone 9. Protector Rat is jocked up in here. It looks like he's going to run, so that'll keep him down at that way. But like the last day at Cheltenham, the last two, he's had 3 runs over fences. Sorry, he's won 2. The only time he's been beaten was 2.5 lengths, given £5 to Florent Porter. But the last day at Cheltenham, my God, he made ribbons of that field. He was kicked off the front. He put them to the sword, and he just kept giving. He made one slight mistake, but somehow came out the better of it and came away further than where he went into it. But I think Broadway Boy, off a mark of 1-4-6 in here, I think he has a cracking chance. And down at that lightweight, I can say Twiston Davis off the front, and it's come catch me if you can.
Tom, this has a count closer each way, skullduggery road all over it.
Yeah, I mean, look, the handicap mark is high enough, but I do agree with Sean that Protector App being in there keeps the weight down, which is kind of handy. It means there's only £9 then to the bottom of the field, bottom of the weights in the handicap. So anything under like 137 is out the handicap, which is a massive help. So that only means that there's a handful then that are running within the handicap. I got proper GSI'd into this lad at Cheltenham last time. Absolutely smashed up. He was smashed up on course. And I think he opened 7-2. He went off 9-4. Absolutely dotted up there. I'm mad keen on him as well. The other thing I'd point out is the Nigel Twiston Davis stable form. 7 winners from 26 runners, 27% strike rate. He's also had 5 seconds in those 26 runners. That's half of his runners have finished first or second out of the last 26. Mad keen on this lad now. So yeah, hopefully with Protector at keeping the weights down, he can run a cracking race.
Yeah, I'm not going to add much to that. Broadway boy, 6-1, best each way price you see all weekend. Yeah, State Man Dan should wait to the bookies. Last one we are going to cover is 3 o'clock, the Alba Bartlett Novice Hurdle Trial. We have, glass are off now, I can't see, Shanja Bob in a 2-1, Destroy the Evidence in the 5s, Ilko Dakoshi in a 7-1, and 8-1 bigger the rest. Tom, why are you fancying this one?
Look, this is tricky, isn't it? It's kind of who goes on and improves or whatever. Shanna Bob was impressive the last day. Destroy the Evidence has obviously got lots of runs behind it, and then Ildacott for Dan and Harry Skelton looks a nice horse as well. I don't know. Dripsy Moon is actually another one as well for John McConnell. I know it got beat at Kelso, but if they turned up here with it, you'd have to take that seriously. So, look, it's a tough one, really. I won't be having a bet in this race. I think it's a watch and brief. If someone was to go and win it well, I'd definitely take them.
Sean?
Yeah, I hope to be still standing at the counter and they're asking me for IDs and sort of stuff I'm collecting from Broadway Boy, because I'll be trying to stay clear of this. Like that Shangan Bob, like he's only in favourite because of who he's trained by. Like you couldn't be impressed by that win that he had the last day. He was 2-9 and he just didn't look great at any stage at Plumpton. Now perhaps the step up to 3 miles is going to bring her out on him, but I thought Caudell for Lucinda Russell might sort of set the standard in here, and that's probably the level they have to get to.
Yeah, I'm all over this. Destroy the Evidence. I think this thing is going to go from front and absolutely gallop him into the submission. He's just one of these 3-mile hurdlers that's going to end up one of these chasers that's going to gallop horses to death. His 2 wins at Kempton have been extremely good. He's not a pretty horse to watch at all. He's not a bridle merchant at all. He just gallops and gets the job done. He's won by 15 lengths and 6.5 lengths, and he's done it going away and very impressively. David Bassett, because the right jockey for him, he just absolutely fucks the horse into every hurdle he sees. Stride, no stride. You're getting over there or we're going down together, which is fucking fantastic to see. He's one of these horses that you see if he comes down the hill and he's getting rode along, second he hits the bottom of that hill, he's going to power up. I think 5-1 is a great price from right now. And I agree with Sean, the form of that Henderson horse is literally the only reason he's favours of the colours and by the trainers. Because if that was a Gary Moore horse who runs horses at Plumpton every second day, he would not be 2-1 favourite in the slightest. He got the job done, and there wasn't anything spectacular in the slightest. But yeah, I think this Destroy the Evidence. It might not be a top class horse, but I think he has enough in his locker so far with his experience and what he's shown on the track so far, that he is a horse that if he comes off the bridle, if he's in trouble, under pressure, he's going to keep finding. He's 5-1. He's an each way price if you want to go that way. And yeah, he's another good bet I'm going to have this weekend. I really like him. That's it. Short and sweet for this week. 38 minutes in. Before we go, we have our naps and next best to give out. Sean?
The nap, no doubt, will be Broadway Boy each way. Shut them accounts down, and the next best will be Calico.
Tom?
I'm just trying to find mine. Hang on. I'm trying to find what race it was.
Please don't tell us to walk on Friday night.
No. 60, 8:15, John McConnell horse. Make good. Remember them days?
Oh, those were the days. Do you remember the traction that got? That was some crap.
That's true.
I'm going to go and get this out of the way with nice and early tomorrow. The 11:30 at Nace. Beginner's Chase, 2 mile 4. Blood Destiny is a 4-year-old. He gets an £8 allowance. But I don't know. He's going to be testing the form now of last year and those novices. It'd be interesting to see how he gets on. But I was really impressed with Hartwood the last day behind Grange Clare West, Henry de Bromhead's horse. Cupboard's Cross finished third. He's come out and franked the form as well. So is the 5th horse, So de Flow. He came out and won as well. I'm pretty keen on this lad. I think he should near enough be favourite. I think you can get 13-8 about him. It looks a 2-horse race on paper, and with that 2-horse race with Blood Destiny, I would definitely take Hartwood. I think he actually went up as one of mine to follow on one of the shows, and then Krabilly, who runs in the 12:40 at Cheltenham on Friday, he'll be my next best 4-1.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Hartwood tomorrow, I think he has an unbelievable chance, even giving weight away. My 2 for what we covered, Nap, Gray, Dawning. I think he'll be very, very hard to catch. And next best is Destroy the Evans at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Nice, that's us done for another week. We are back Sunday with talking points, and then we're into the Christmas period where we will have next Thursday is our Christmas racing preview, and then Christmas Eve we will be releasing the annual Christmas quiz. So until then, have a good weekend, gamble responsibly, GSI, do statement dance, whatever you want to do, and we'll see you Sunday.